95 years old, her father made the trip, and she said he's one of the last World War II vets left in our area.
So I feel very blessed that he's still here, still among us, and able to, recount his experiences during World War II with the rest of us. And it's just an honor to be recognized for him.
81 veterans were a part of this year's trip. Riding in prom in style. A high schooler in Portland turned heads at prom this weekend when he pulled up in a tank with his date. He said he was inspired to raise money when his school set aside a special parking lot for all the fancy arrivals, so he decided to take advantage of it.
So I'm like, hey Sam, what if we showed up to prom inside of a tank? And he was like, yeah, let's do it. We don't like normal very much, so we don't like to talk about it.
Yeah, that is not normal at all. The group raised $1,000 to rent the tank through an online fundraiser. Wow. The tank didn't seem normal. This doesn't seem normal, but this is what everyone throughout the Miami Valley and certain places here was sending us because of what was falling. This is hail in Huber Heights. I also saw it in Clayton and some other places. And I said it wasn't normal, but meteorologist Robert Gauthreaux is here now. What do you think?
Normal in the sense of it doesn't happen every day, but
right.
Certainly with some thunderstorms, that's something you can see. And we didn't expect severe storms today, and we didn't see any. But sometimes with thunderstorms, you get a little bit of that pea-sized hail. And we heard some reports of it. We saw some video of it because that area of low pressure just to the north of us is what's bringing us a lot of the rainfall. And like I mentioned with the Omega Block earlier, I'll finish telling you about it now, that area of low pressure directed right over us, that's not going to budge very much because of that pattern that I mentioned. And so it eventually will. I mean, everything ebbs and flows up in the atmosphere, but it's going to be a little stagnant for a little bit as it brings a lot of moisture to the Midwest. In fact, it's bringing in some cool air as well. The UP of Michigan's likely going to be seeing a lot of snowfall. I mean, they're a hardy bunch up there, obviously, don't get me wrong, but this time of year, looking at a foot or two of snow, that's a lot. But this area of low pressure is bringing us the rain, and has been bringing us the rain, and it will be bringing us the rain into tomorrow as well. Now, at least the last several hours, what we've been looking at, or at least throughout the afternoon and evening, is these showers just coming on in from the west. And so we had a few little thunderstorms in there, a few rumbles of thunder, but for the most part now, things are pretty settled as far as the instability is concerned. But we do still have a lot of good rain coming our way, and so that will continue in the overnight hours. You can see the roads out there in Greenville a little bit wet at the moment. 43 degrees right now in Dayton, and reporting some showers at the airport. It's a little bit breezy too. Winds out of the west-southwest at about 17 miles per hour. That's making it feel like 35 degrees. It's going to be chilly tonight. We're going to be in the upper 30s. Now, yesterday morning, we got down to the low 50s. This morning, most of us got down to the low 40s. In fact, some of us even got into the upper 30s this morning. Now, as we move into let me explain the high temperature today. It only got up into the mid-50s. And so today was a much cooler day than yesterday. In fact, temperatures now, again, in the low 40s, a few places in the 30s, but we're about I'd say about 14 degrees cooler in Dayton. It's not popping up there. About 10 degrees cooler in Springfield, 13 degrees cooler in Wilmington. So we are trending down as far as temperatures are concerned. And you can see overnight, it's not going to be dramatic because we have some cloud cover, but temperatures are going to slowly be dropping. And I mean slow. Look, we're looking at 42. I think we'll still get into the 30s overnight. But regardless, the real kind of weather story here tomorrow is the high temperature. Now, that typically happens in the afternoon. We're forecasting a high temperature of 45. The coldest high temperature for May 1st in Dayton was 50 degrees. That was set back in 1994. So I think it's very likely we could be breaking a record tomorrow as far as the coldest high temperature. Now, showers do continue to move in overnight. It's not going to be continuous. You'll see some dry periods. Even into the morning hours tomorrow and in the afternoon, you'll see some showers. And the Futurecast has been pretty persistent in mixing a few flurries in there, generally up toward the north as you head up toward Mercer, Auglaize, Logan counties. So be aware of that. But showers will continue into Monday before we finally dry off a little bit heading into Tuesday. So 39 for the low tonight. And you can see the next 7 days, while a shower is possible Tuesday, actually looks like we'll dry out a bit heading into the latter part of the week. At first, we were forecasting some showers, but it is looking drier once that area of low pressure finally pushes off. Temperatures still below average for the first week of May. Until we get to Sunday, it's a little bit more seasonable when high temperatures finally get to the low 70s.
Writers are making 23% less